I'll give one way, and then if you want to jump in, Dad, is I often share stories with my kids. I look for ways of things that Christians do that positively contribute to the world and just share them with my kids. Now, I share stories that go bad to warn them from doing bad decisions, but oftentimes I'll take a story, and I'm always look when I'm reading the news, when I'm studying, when I'm reading a book. If a story pops up, I'll earmark it, and maybe at dinner, maybe when I'm surrounded my kids, I'll say, "Hey, here's this Christian who went and he did this entire
Mm,
ministry just because of his faith." It helps build in this idea that Christianity is meant to be good when
mm,
it's lived out well.
mm,
So, given that Jesus told stories and we see our lives as a story and we're storytelling people, I just try to share these kind of stories with my kids as I can. And I think that helps their framework that there's a
mm,
difference between the abuse of Christian scripture and the
mhm,
abuse of the Christian life and the way
mhm,
it's meant to be lived out, which is
mm,
loving God and loving other people.
mm. That's good.
It's hard for me to add to that because that was always my approach. But
Uh-huh.
I'd also bring in books,
Mm,
Hmm.
and I'd have the kids read a book or chapters from the books. Like I can't think of the books and the movies right now, but the Great Missionary to China
mm,
and what he went through and did and everything. And then I discussed it with the kids.
mm,
And then I like to take kids to movies that are based upon believers' life. Like,
mm.
what's the one, the race running the 100-yard
Chariots of
dash and
Fire,
then
maybe?
yes, Chariots of Fire. We
Hmm.
went to that, and then we went out because we always go out and discussed it. And went out and discussed it. Well, how did his faith affect his running? How did it affect his attitude? How did it affect his life? And I'll never forget some great conversations out of
Mm,
that. So I would
mm,
use books and movies
mm,
uh, to teach that. Not the only way you can really teach it is like Sean says, share stories of
mm,
true situations about people, and then share movies and books and things.
mhm.
The best way to do that.